So hello everyone, welcome back to the Codersarts. So in previous video we have created the main activity, okay, and after the main activity we have created the UI for our stopwatch activity, and in this video we are going to write the code for the stopwatch activity, and we are going to implement the some of the feature and the method that we have created in this buttons. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, what we have to do, we have to first discuss the requirement. What is the requirement we have? We need a second and running and was running type of variables, and then after we have to use the saved instance if the other things is running quite good. So then we have to, if it is not null, then we are going to set the integer in the saved instance is known as the second and the run timer. Okay, so we have to override the some of the method as well, okay, like the on save instance, and then after we are going to use it. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to create some of the variables which is known as the like seconds are running and was running. So let's write the code here, so which is a private where seconds, okay, seconds, and we are going to use it as a integer int, sorry, and we have to going to initialize it by 0, and then we have to create one more variable here which is private where and the running one, running. Okay, so it is basically a type of boolean variable. Okay, and this boolean variable we have to initialize it as a false. Okay, and then after we have to use a private where, which is a boolean here, and basically it is name as the was running, was, sorry, was running, and in this was running we have to initialize it false as well. Okay, so we have to use the false here. Okay, so these are the things that we have to need. I think what's the error here, which is a property getter setter. It is not an error, it is going to be fixed after some time. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to use like we have to override the on saved instant state. Okay, which is going to be which we are going to use. Okay, so let's override method control plus o, which is on saved instance. Okay, the first one, instant state, on saved instance state, and then we have to click on enter. So here we have some method known as the onSaved instance we have created, and we are going to use it. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to check if it is null or not. So if saved instant state is not equal to null, okay, and then we have to write, we are going to instantiate it by using the second variable, and we are use the saved instance state dot get int, which is a second. Okay, CONTS, we have to pass the key here, and after that we have to write the running one, and we are going to use the saved instance here as well, dot get, which is a boolean, and we have to pass the key is running. Okay, and we have to use the int method here as well, and then we have to use one more variable which is known as the was running. Okay, and we are going to use the saved instance state dot get boolean, which is was running. Okay, was running. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to initialize these one, like if the our state is running, so we have to set like out state and other variables. So that we have to write here some code which is out state dot put in. Okay, uh, and in this put in we have to use the seconds, and we have to pass the variable which is known as the seconds. Okay, so we are going to put it here. Then after we have to use the out state dot put int. Okay, in this put int we are going to use uh, running one. Okay, so running, and then we have to write the code for the running one. Okay, and then after we are going to use our, it is not a put int, it is basically put boolean, put boolean. Okay, and after that we are going to use one more out state here, dot put boolean. In this we have to use was running. Okay, then we are going to use the was running, and then we have to override some of the methods as well. Okay, we are going to override some of the method which is known as the on pause, on resume, and also need to create some methods as well, so that we can run the timer and execute our code. So now what we have to do, we have to write the overridden some method which is known as the on pause. So basically these are the life cycle method. So on pause, so in this on pause method we have to uh, do was running equal to running and running equal to false. Okay, and then after we have to use the on resume method as well for our activity lifecycle, which is on resume. Okay, in this on resume method we have to also initialize the running which is equal to true, like if only when was running is true. So if was running, sorry, if was running, then only we have to use running equal to true. Okay, so we have overridden the both of the method on pause and on resume, and then we have to write the method which is known as the on click start. Okay, so we have to write the method on click start. So let's create the function on click start art. Okay, in this method we have to pass the view, our view here, this type of view. Okay, and then we have to write the method, and we are going to use running equal to true, equal to true. Okay, so and then after we have to duplicate this for 3 times. Okay, which is for on start and on stop. Okay, and we have to write running equal to false. Okay, and on click reset, okay, on click reset we have to use running equal to false and the second equal to 0, and second equal to 0. Okay, now we have to execute one method called as the run timer method. So first of all we have to write this method here, and we are going to execute the run timer method. Okay, so we have to create this method as well, and in this method we are going to write the logic of running of stopwatch. So what we have to do, we have to initialize some text view. Okay, and let's say we have a variable which is a time view. Okay, in this time view we have to use the find view by id, and this we are going to use the text view. In this text view we have to use the r.id dot time view. Okay, and after that we have to create an handler here which is going to handle the looper. Okay, so which is a handler, and in this handler we have to use the handler looper. Okay, so we have to use a looper method here and dot get main looper. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to post our handler for executing the task. So we have to use the handler dot post. In this post we have to pass an object here, object of runnable interface. Okay, in this runnable interface we have to write some methods and we have to override it. Okay, once we override it, the run method, we are going to run our code. Okay, so let's remove this to do here. In this to do val hours equal to seconds by 3600. Okay, so this is the logic of running. So which is the val minutes equal to seconds mod 3600 and divided by 60. This is the formula of minutes, and then after we have to use the seconds here, which is val seconds equal to second mod 60. Okay, and after that we have to create one more variable here. Okay, so in this variable we have to use some more time variable, and in this time variable we have to get the setting our all the time. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to write val time equal to string dot format local. In this local we have to use dot get default, and in this we have to set the comma, and we have to pass a regular expression here, so which is the format, which is percentage d colon percentage of 0 to d. Okay, colon percentage of 0 to d, and then we have to use one more colon, and we are going to use 0 to d, which is also a percentage. Okay, so this is the format that we are going to use, and we also going to pass the hour, minute and seconds. Okay, which is the hour, minute comma seconds. Okay, so then we are going to set this time view text. Okay, so the time view dot text equal to time, and if running seconds, we are going to increment the second, okay, every time, and we have to use the delayed of 1000 seconds. So this is handler dot post delay, and in this delay we have to pass the context here, which is this here, and comma, we have to use the 1000 millisecond. So that's all for this video. We have written all the code, and in next video we are going to execute our code and see our like app is running properly or not, and then after we have to use it. So we have to use control A and we have to use control L. Okay, so that's all for this video. In next video we are going to execute our code, and if there any error or any other thing that we have gotten, so we are going to resolve it. So thank you very much.